Most of the time, I would just dump everything on the floor, have half the furniture pulled out, things hanging. I can't get out. This is actually sorted. This container is all cardboard and items that no one cares about. Like, why would I put that in there? I have 45 pairs of scissors around me, but why grab those? This guy's acting wild. Is a fake piece of poop. Like, why on the face of the planet would you do this? He brought these home. Oh, you're on the floor. Okay. Okay, that sounded crazy, but they're now. Hi guys. I feel like this video is going to be super chaotic. I'm going to do this introduction and then kind of wing it for the rest of it. I'm doing the office rearrange today, which I've been avoiding now for a week in my time. But if I never get it done, I can't come back in here and work because every time I open the office door, I'm just like, no. So we need to fix that. My plan is to, in my brain, I have sectioned off things that I want to do so it doesn't seem so overwhelming. Most of the time, I would just dump everything on the floor, have half the furniture pulled out, things hanging. I don't really have a process. So, like I've said in the past, this channel has pointed out a lot of things that I could fix or work on about myself. And so I have mentally made a plan to first get the furniture out of this room that I will either no longer use or will be in the way while I organize the items that this all started from. So that's the plan. First and foremost, we're moving furniture out. I won't need this desk any longer, I believe. This piece in the back, my husband made. Let me get a better view and I'll show you what the plan is and what my office actually looks like right now. So let's start with that and then let the chaos begin. All right, so after filming from last week's video, this is the state that my tool chest is in. My gloves did come in. I bought, like I mentioned, the box of black gloves, so we will load those into the glove holder also. But I'm missing this cart right here. It's here, empty. I bought these from, obviously, I think we all know what I'm going to say, which is the Dollar Tree. I bought these black checkered fabric baskets. Oh, what I didn't just mention in the intro too is my shelving came in for the back of the wall, which is also black. I chose black shelving. So I'm kind of trying to do like a blackout theme right there, I guess, with the organization of it all. But we're going to get everything in order. So obviously these things don't go here. This is going to go here. This desk is going to go away somewhere else in my home. This was actually my youngest changing table, and my other kids and my husband and I, we designed it, you know, before she was born. We did all the little handle, you know, the little knobs, we all painted them and how we wanted. So we all had a different little theme of what we decided, you know, would look good on there. And then we did just like a blue and gray theme. I've had this desk forever. It has, you know, a lot of character. and I have no plans to get rid of it. So we're going to find somewhere else in the house for this to go. This shelf will no longer be there. The desk, I'm moving to right here, under my windows, because then I will have a setup of like wraparound desk situation, so I can just move from one desk to the other desk and so on. So this storage shelf will go in my closet, which the closet is a whole nother story. But this is what I was just talking about too, is right here, I don't even know if I can get to it. I'm going to put you guys in a weird angle. So this desk right here with the glass top, my husband actually made that for me. So it is a very beautiful, let me see if I can, yeah, see I don't know where I'm going to put my dollhouse. Already talking about this out loud has my brain going like, oh my goodness, this is so much. But anyway, we're going to put the shelf there that he designed also somewhere in my home. This is another aspect of it, is this shelving here, and some of these items might need to be moved. This I know will need to be moved based on the height of the tool shop, or the tool bench. My little mugs will need to be moved. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to stop talking about it, because right now I'm going to shut the camera off and walk out of here. So I can't do that. So anyway, the video is about to be, I don't know what I'm going to film, what I'm not going to film, how this is even going to turn out. But when this video is done and put up, the office is going to look exactly how I imagined it would look. So let's get started. Okay, you guys don't see the other end of this yet. So I have all of this corner cleared out. Okay, that's amazing. I'm like, wow, I really did it. Like, I'm doing good. But guess what? I can't get out. Okay, I don't know what I was doing. I have literally barricaded myself in. I need to move this. I need to move this out. So, I don't know if I should film what's about to happen to get me out of here. But it's not as bad as it looks. All of this here just goes on the shelving, which will be set up here. Oh, that's another funny thing, is all my shelving that I need to set up is downstairs. So I also need to get out to bring the boxes up here to build the shelving, to then get the stuff off of the floor. But I got to move this out first. Anyway, the point is I did have a plan. This necessarily was not the plan. Can I figure this out? Sure. I just made it a little harder than I needed to, but the desk moved super smooth. for the most part. That fits like a puzzle piece into that area. When I rolled it over there, I just was ecstatic. Like, that could not have worked out any better. And then, like I said, I'm going to clean this area, get out of here, set up the shelving. So basically that's the goal. And I'm going to stop rambling and just figure this out. Here's the shelving, and I bought 3 of these. Except the plan is to only stack them two shelves at a time. So let me show you what the plan is, and hopefully this is what actually works when I test this out. So these are just super simple, you know, here's the legs. Oh, well, they're all rolling away. Okay, so you put the, you know, is that on camera? Is that in frame? Okay, put the legs in, 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. And then I feel like these aren't really going in. We have a couple different sets of these throughout our house, like in the basement. We've had them in our garage in the past. Except I feel like these aren't. Okay, whatever. Those are in enough for right now. Maybe when you put the tops on. So, yeah. Okay, so that's exactly right. I was just thinking like, wait, they're not supposed to be 2, but it is. So we're going to do, that's the bottom 1 and 1 more, basically. Oh, that's not even in there. Okay, now. Okay, is this even? Yeah, that's straight. Okay, so here is shelf 1, right? Then you do a second shelf. And height-wise, what I wanted was, I didn't want to have to take a ton of stuff down, like all my pictures that were already hung as low as they were. So I'm only doing 2 shelves, which I guess is technically 3 with the top. And I didn't really do the math, but I should have enough extra with the tops and such not being used to make a whole nother shelf. Right? So that's the plan. We're gonna make these 2 shelves at a time. And then we're gonna lay them across the back of the room and around the sides as much as they fit. Yeah. And then we're gonna start doing the baskets. So here it is. Let me put you up a little bit. There we go. So this is the plan. All right, we're going to stack these all along the back. And then there should be room for like 1 more here, possibly. I don't know. But the main goal is to get them across the back and then maybe put 1 there, maybe put 1 here. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Build this along the back wall, and then I'll show you what I came up with. So I have all the shelving built. I'm a little undecided. I think because it looks so new to me, and I've only ever really had my office set up the way I've had it set up. But I first had those centered, right? So they were centered in the middle of the wall. And then I had this one off to the side. There, it's kind of focusing. And I was like, okay, that looks weird. But it doesn't. So let me move these back real quick. We're going to move this back how I had them, so I can get a better look here from maybe like when I watched this back. Okay. So this was the plan, to have like wraparound shelving. I did get the extra shelf, by the way. That was the extra shelf built out of not making those 4 levels. Okay. So this is what we're working with. Now, right here, I wouldn't have been able to fit one of these shelves anyway. It kind of comes up a little too far. That's fine. I was thinking of moving this shelf right here, which you can't fully see. It's like a 3-tier shelf right here, and putting all my books on it, because I have quite a few books in this pile that I could designate a actual bookcase to. So I'm the problem is I think I hate this shelf right here. I am not sold on that idea. So actually, let me take it out of here. Sorry, I'm doing this just as much with you guys as I am with myself in the moment. So this is just kind of trial and error. So basically then, the back of the room, and we would center those more, you know, move them in the center. All my storage would be there. And maybe I like that better actually already. There's no way in the world this would not get some type of use. So I'm not worried about that at all. Maybe just not in here. Oh, I could put it in my closet. Actually, okay, so basically I got in here and I told you nothing. I just showed you these shelves, and this is where I'm at right now in the process. So I will check back in. I'll check back in with you. On to the baskets. I have my show in the background. Let's move that a little bit. Does anybody watch Big Brother? That's what's on. I have the live feeds on. You can watch their live feed for 24 hours a day, which sounds like I'm a psycho, but it's so relaxing in the background to just like have a live feed on. Does anybody watch live feeds? Like on YouTube, there are live feeds of like the beach or a restaurant or just like public areas. Is that something people do, or is that not a normal thing? Okay, so basically this box is from quite a few videos ago that I shoved everything in and said I could no longer open it. It is mainly collage items. So that's the plan, is to take these baskets, arrange them all. In fact, let's do that. We're going to open these baskets together, and we're going to arrange them into sections and then put the supplies in them that we want for each one. And I also have so many organizing things. What are these called? These drawer organizers. I found like a crap ton of these in my closet. I have these. I'm going to use this box. I have, hold on. Okay, that went differently in my head. All right, so I have a bunch of these like different containers, and this one was an old soap box that I kept I was gifted this, and I thought the print on it was so beautiful, and it's super structured. So right here, it was kind of sticky from like the labeling or whatever. I just collaged it. I was thinking that I could like sort all of my paints in there and then slide it into a shelf. So that this will probably be for my paints. And then I'll have like a collage basket, a beads. I could do beads basket because I've been collecting quite a few different bead sets and things like that for jewelry making. I don't know how many of these I bought. I bought 6 of these. And then I did buy some probably overestimated because I didn't realize that I had so much already, I guess, to store in. I bought one of these tiny little baskets like this, just a plain black, and then I also got a bigger version of it. By the way, these are all at the Dollar Tree. They have the same things at like Walmart, probably anywhere, but I mean, maybe the quality is a little different, but these are, this box is $1.25. It's gigantic. So maybe if you're using it for like, I don't know, more heavy duty stuff, but these are pretty good quality. As I'm saying that, I can't even unfold it. Doesn't sound like good quality. Okay, look at that. That's a roomy basket. It has, you know, the structure to it. $1.25? Yeah. All right. Now, basically, I'm just going to go through these piles. Oh, I showed you guys this earlier too. This is just sitting here. So my husband works with glass, as I've said before, but he had, I don't know where this came from, but it shattered, right? So this is shattered glass, which sounds scary, but look at those. They're all different sizes and shapes, and they're so beautiful. Like, look at that one. So he actually brought some of this home for me because, as most of my projects, a future project would be I mosaic with this and, you know, grout it and turn this into a piece. I used to mosaic all of the time. I love mosaicing. I love the, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like the tedious of it, you know, like the tediousness of it where you're putting the thing down, like it's just repetitive. That's what I'm looking for. I love that, like, repetitiveness. And then also, hold on. I'm just sitting in trash. He brought these home. Oh, you're on the floor. Okay. Okay, that sounded crazy, but also he brought these home. I forgot. I always forget I'm hooked up with the mic, so if I start to move, I just pull it over. He brought these home. So, you know, in like older homes, it kind of reminds me of like 60s, 70s style homes or like renovation, where they had these giant glass cubes that made themselves into a cube window, basically a cube window of cubes. He brought me these home so that like all I see with this is you paint something just built outwards so that then it goes into the background. Does that make sense? And they're so beautiful. So now I actually can do a container. The whole point of this was I have so many random supplies and just projects that I can actually group these together now. Okay. Oops. By the way, I did order, so I have another kit. It's somewhere in this pile, but that was the second kit from the needle felting video I did. And then this was like all the leftovers from that. But I did order a whole kit, right, with all the little thingies in it that you need. So that's that box. It came with all, like, way more tools, you know, little, I don't really know what any of that is because I'm still learning it. But, you know, that's the stuff you need or whatever. And then it came with a ton of the cute little, you know, felt fur stuff. But then I also, like, these colors are great. They're, you know, I love that they were all included, but they're very happy colors. So I got some more muted, toned down, darker colors. Like, look at these two greens. When I make my little creatures, there's a black, another black. Let's just open this. I think they're all, it looks like you can tell they're all separately put in there. Okay, there we go. I have 45 pairs of scissors around me, but why grab those? Okay, so we have the little colors, but look. Oh, this one's kind of open. This guy's acting wild. Oh, he's not sticky, that's why. Okay, so anyway, here's all the colors. Like, look at this really pretty purple. It's just like a, it's not really showing up. There we go, like a lavender. And this blue is so beautiful. I just figured, and by the way, this was all under $20. Everything in this basket will last me 900 million years because I would only make little tiny creatures, and you don't, so this was, like I just showed you guys, this was my first kit, and I had all of this left over. This was everything left over that I didn't even use. Could I have made him bigger? I'm assuming yes, but look at all that. And it was under $20. I think I got it during Prime Week, but this kit that came with all of the first colors was like $11, and then the refill felt stuff was probably like $5.99, I think. But anyway, now I have a little look, and I have one more kit somewhere around here I'm going to throw in here, but stinking cute. Basically, I'm cleaning out my easel, like the back of it. There's a little tray, but you couldn't see any of this because of all the collage stuff piled on it. So oh, and there was the other needle felt kit, but this is the absolute just things I was keeping in this drawer. So there's a little star that was hand painted by probably one of my kids. Then we have these little tiny dolls. You're supposed to make a wish on them and put them under your pillow. Look at these. Hang on. Oh, her little scarf is messed up. See, this makes me sad because, like, these are things that should have been out in my office, but I've just, like, put them under something. That's just not good storage. So we have all these little dolls. They're all different, you know, little knits and color. I mean, they're so gorgeous. So we have these little ladies. And then I haven't seen this in so long. I knew I had this somewhere. But these, oh my gosh, are you ready for the cutest things ever? They're not gonna come out. I don't know if you're ready for this. Look at these. Oh my God! They're tiny, tiny little dolls. Handmade little tiny dolls. Each one's different. I believe I got this at a flea market, and look at these. You cannot oh my gosh, stop it. Look how tiny this guy is. Is it gonna focus? He's so little. That one, and then we got this lady. She's got a beautiful skirt on. Now this is, oh no, we dropped one. We can't forget this guy. There's that little guy. So after these cute little dolls, I had in here a little like Build-A-Bear heart. I'm not sure what that came out of, or if it, I think these are what the hearts are for the Build-A-Bears. That was in there. And then I have this. I don't know what this is. If I remember right, this is how it goes, and it used to have like a face glued to it. I'm pretty sure my oldest made it for me. So that's in there too. And then last but not least, what is in this tray is a fake piece of poop. So basically all of the necessities. This is the situation right now. I have a lot of things that are sorted. That's a box of cardboard. That's my contact paper or stickers or any type of like adhesive. The point is I have all of these baskets. I do not have enough baskets. That I hate this green thing right there. So basically the plan is to keep sorting everything. This is actually sorted. Even though it doesn't look like it. Like that's a pile of frames. Oh, over here. That's a pile of frames. That's actually trash. That shouldn't be there. That should probably get put up with the canvases. So I have like a pile of canvases and paper and supplies right there. So I'm kind of in a spot in my brain where I am like, why on the face of the planet would you do this? But also I can see the progress. So I just called my husband, had a mental breakdown, and we're going to get more baskets for this area. I did not overestimate, by the way. I very much underestimated what I wanted to do in this area. So I am going to run in a little bit, get some more baskets, and then continue the process. And I will check back with you guys. It doesn't even feel like the same day, but here we are on the same day. We're still on the same day. I now went back to the Dollar Tree, and they didn't have the baskets I bought originally from the other Dollar Tree. At this point, I feel like I'm just doing a Dollar Tree haul channel, right? I don't have this camera at all. we're just doing like a Dollar Tree haul channel at this point, but they didn't have the fabric collapsible baskets, but they did have the cube baskets in the checkered print. So these will coordinate, which was actually kind of perfect to just not have everything exactly the same. So I bought 3, 4, 5, 6 more of those because I will probably need storage still in my closet, even on that last shelf that I was going to move into my closet. I also got one more plain big black one and one more small black one to kind of balance that out on the shelf also. And then in a past video, it's up above me, but I have a paper towel holder on the wall. I despise it. It's not good. It's not very sturdy. I've already broke the rod and like glued it back together. So I just bought an on the table paper towel holder, just a standard. It'll hold your paper towels. I got this tiny bag of zip ties for my cord organization and to also keep in my office. We have these all in our basement right now. Actually, I think we have some in the kitchen too because we just use these for everything pretty much. But I bought this multi-pack because I'm gonna group some cords together back there. And then this isn't that exciting, but I wanted to show you guys. I was looking for hooks there, specific hooks that I've seen in the past and have actually purchased in the past, but they were out of them at our like local Dollar Tree. So I was sitting in the store and I'm like, I'm hanging this fake arm up today. So it's this one here, which I'm only showing you. Oh my goodness. That was so much more trouble than it was worth. But I have this fake arm and it's not always in use. So I wanted a way to store it. And like I said, they were sold out of the other hooks I was looking for, but I did purchase these 2 spoons. They're just metal, like a very flimsy, I don't even know if these are metal to be honest, but I've already done one how I wanted it. I was showing my husband when I got home, but I'm just gonna bend these into hooks and then hang the arm in it. So I didn't have a lot of options there. I thought this was much more interesting to look at than even a hook in general. So it wasn't a bad thing to have them be out of stock. So I am going to try not to check in again because I feel like it actually has taken me all day with a lot of breaks and, like I said, a couple mental breakdowns. So I'm going to finish the shelving and I'm going to clean up, and then I am hoping that the next clip is the final result. I've kind of like I can't think straight. Also, the sun, this is the perfect time of day. This makes me a lot happier. I'm in my office right now and it's 5 o'clock. It's 5:15 and the sun comes in this room. I've mentioned it in numerous videos. It is my happiest time of day in this office. The lighting is so gorgeous. So let's get this done. Room tour. It is the next day. I was probably up till about 10 o'clock finishing like all of the putaways and everything else, like all the details of the room basically. So let's start in, this is my closet. It's all organized in there, but it's nothing like exciting. Here is where the arm hangs. We're gonna start with that. I turn those metal spoons into hooks, and then I just used, there was like a hole in the handle, so I don't know if I can get up there. Oh yeah, look. There's a hole in the handle, so I just put the screw through that part, and now my arm is out of the way for when I do decide to tattoo with it. It's just not in the way for right now. I put my mirror here. Table's back where it was. My chair and desk stayed the same. All my monitors, computer. This is I know like the rest of the room I'll show you in a second is exciting, but I now have a place for my printer. This isn't exciting for anybody but me, but underneath there is where my printer used to sit, and every single time I had to print anything, tattoo-wise, paperwork-wise, work-wise, I had to pull it out from under there, set it up on something not stable near me, and then print off the papers. So I now have my printer set up, and then under here there's drawers, so there's like printer paper, works, paperwork, notebook things I use, and planners, and then so on. I think the bottom drawer is just like glasses and cords and things I use regularly. I hid my trash can under there. Here is my position now for the desk, which I actually love. When my husband and I were talking about this, let me step back a little. I wanted the light. I always try to, you know, film during the day for the most part, but the light behind you like that is really a nice setup. So the desk now faces the windows, and we rehung the cups and my Lego floral right there above this desk now. I am also very excited about this part. So I was able to keep my glass table that my husband made, and instead of keeping my easel out all of the time, I tucked it away behind here because it is a fold-up easel and I don't use it on a regular basis. But now I have a home. This is so exciting because my little dollhouse project, which I started the channel with, has been tucked away in the corner. Like I haven't put it anywhere. It's always in sight, but now it's kind of like showcased almost, which is the point because she started the channel, and it's just crazy. I was like really looking at it again last night and dusting it out and things, and so it's just exciting to re-look at it, and now it'll be in view all of the time. So like I said, there's my easel. This is the most, I keep saying each part's the most exciting because I just really needed like a refresh and a reset, especially before the back to school, because I will be in here every day, pretty much all day when my kids go back to school. So it's just really, really nice to have like a fresh, clean, new approach to it. But I think this turned out so good. I actually, like I mentioned, loved that they ran out of it's focused on my finger, sorry. I love that they ran out of the like collapsible baskets, and I was able to purchase these square baskets. They're more storage, but also I just think the whole like unison of it or like pattern to it looks very fun. It turned out better than I actually imagined. Halfway through yesterday, I was like, oh no, what am I doing? Like I couldn't see the rest of the vision going through, but I think it turned out really good. And now I just have like each little basket. So like this is all my glue and miscellaneous. I have like future projects, paints, that's paint. These are projects and things that I want to hang eventually, like from my kids or my husband. And then I just have like everything sorted, so I know this is like all collage or wind chime stuff. These are all frames. I keep a lot of photo frames so that I can, you know, hang stuff up, because there's probably not a bare space in our house that doesn't have something hung up on it. Coloring books are all in there. This is all like my stickers, vinyl paper. Those are magazines and books I collage with. More collage. Cardboard and like heavier items to either collage on or with. And then like puzzles and the glass that I showed you guys and also spilled all over the floor. So everything is just organized. I really, really needed that like control in my life, I guess. So it also just feels super, it just like has done something for me to be able to put something in order for once. So back here we have some paint. I use those as like paint palettes. That's a canvas, and I use this foldable table to hold my tripod a lot and or like spread out paperwork or whatever I'm working on for the day, but I tucked that away in the corner. I still have my tattoo cabinet that I painted. I did put all of my little, so these I found around Halloween time at the dollar store, and they're all little, I mean, maybe you guys can tell this before I show it. Oh, man down. They're just like little hidden, you know, book storage thingies. So I just put those all together. And then I did end up putting this was over here in the corner, but I did end up moving it here and designating it to just my books. So that made me feel better. I started to kind of wonder like where were my books gonna go. I didn't really want them in this type of storage, so that worked out very nicely. I have my two little present cats from my oldest in like as a focal point. I did change my gloves out to the black. I hung this, it was over here, as well as that art quote. This art quote also started my channel. It's in my very, very first. Oh, this one is not actually. Yeah, no, it is. Actually, I don't know which quote it is, but in my very first video, if anybody wants to go back, it is something about ignoring art when you're cruel to it. It always sticks around, but that is one of my other favorite little quotes. I want to say that one is it. I can't remember. Obviously, it's been so long since I posted that, but I put this guy here from over there also. I moved my mirror that was somewhere over here up there. That mirror got moved. And then here is this started the chaos. So it is perfectly put in its place. There was not a lot of movement I had to do. It even fits incredibly under this picture. It's just like it was made to go there. So it's all organized. I did put, okay, those were the needles. I'm still obviously getting, oh, I did put that in there. I put this on my list today. I just thought that was funny. Maybe that's not funny for everybody, but I did put more razors on the list and some alcohol. I need to get some more 90% alcohol. Oh, and I put my printer was up here, which I showed you guys, and I was excited to have a spot for that. But I also put like some future tattoos I need to turn into stencils, and then my stencil paper in there. And then below here are a lot of past tattoos I've done, or stencils I haven't used yet, but they're made up, or sketches I've done. Just this whole folder is packed with like tattoo something or another on paper. So I put that in there as well. And then I think since I last updated you guys too, I put this together. So I put extra wipes in there, extra paper towels. There's my pack of gloves. And so this is all the extra storage, which I was able to stock a ton in there. I'm excited to get the drawers more stocked, which this one, I actually have to pack some of these things. We're taking our tattoo trip this weekend, which that will actually be the next vlog. I'm going to make a vlog style video for next week's video, so you guys will have to let me know what you think about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and vlog our tattoo trip and put the work in there and like where we end up and all that. I'm really excited to try that style of video, so we'll see how that turns out. But I'm going to pack a lot of the stuff that I need for like aftercare when I get tattooed and such. I'm getting the back of my neck connected and to my shoulders and then to start my back basically. So that'll be this weekend. And then it will all be on a video if it turns out nice. But anyway, this is the final results. And I feel so good waking up this morning and walking in here, and I did all this. I did it. So let me know what you guys think. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next video.